keep revisiting some of the things that we discussed in React on Monday. And what I'd like to be able to do based on what the assignment looks like, right? Where we want to render, list of modules on the left-hand side. We want to render a list of tabs on the top and a list of pills on the below that. We need to see how is it that we can do that, how we can render that dynamically. We also want the list of courses, right, as either as a grid or as a table. We want to see how we can do that dynamically, right? So let's take a look at how we can do that, right? So here we have, for instance, a module that is called the module list, right? And what React suggests or promotes is that every time you're going to render any piece of content, right, see how you can start modularizing it, right, and having a component that is dedicated at rendering that one piece of content, right? So if we go back to our assignment, right, and we see what we're trying to render here, the React, this one, right? No, not that one. We want to be able to render a list of courses over here, right? Or a table of courses. So there's a couple of things that we could do. We could have the whole page represents one component, and that component can then have many subcomponents inside of it, right? Maybe we can have the header be one component. Maybe the list of courses can be a different component. Maybe each row could be a separate component. Yes, right. So that the parent component can then provide the data to the lower component. Says, hey, render me this list of components, right? And then the internal one can then iterate over those lists of components and then render it as a table. Right? And then the row component can maybe only be care on how to render this in a nice row, broken up into multiple cells. Right? So let's see how we can build this. So if we go here, let's go to our top application where we have here whiteboard, and we had created this top level root component that is represented by the app. If you go into the whiteboard, we were just playing with some throwaway components, just add a message. We don't really care for those, but let's make sure that they are rendering. There they are, whiteboard 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, right? And hello from message, this 2. So really, we don't really care about those. So let's remove those, and they should go away. All right, there they go, whiteboard. Let's see, so the whiteboard might have several subcomponents, such as maybe that renders the list of courses, right? And maybe the one that renders the editor, the course editor, right? So let's create and let's break it up into those subcomponents. So let's do that. Let's create here under components. We'll create a JavaScript here that might be the course list, and on the course list, we can import first React, right? And we can start off with a simple stateless component. You can say const where's the course list? It's just a function that is going to render h2 course list, right? And here we're going to do an export default course list. Right. Once we have that, let's try and bring it here and say course list. There it is. Okay, and if I go back and I render, notice that the course list is rendering there. Make sense? Everybody good? Now this course list, I guess it doesn't have to. It can just render like that. Perhaps what I wanted to be able to do here is render a table of courses, right? So maybe we can start rendering that as well. So this would be a table. Notice that it starts to complain, right? When we have more than one thing, to render this is returning the whatever we have here, but we still want to keep it as a single line, right? So I'm going to wrap this inside of a div so that there's still just one single line that is being returned here, right? The top level here is what's being returned, the div. I'm returning the div, one single thing that I'm returning, which has a course list, and it could have a table here. So it can be a table, and table with a class of table, and we can have here a table body and a table row here, right? And the table row can have maybe the course that we're teaching here, 4550. Right, so if we render that, notice that indeed we have that course listed there. Everybody good? All right, everybody still with me? All right. Perhaps maybe we might have also another table row for not for the body but for the header. So T head, which has here the a row with a table heading of course title. So there's the title of the course. There's the title of the course.